What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our little channel. This is episode 193.
Yeah. Run the intro.
Right.
All right.
And I wasn't done talking. I just wanted to say thank you for joining us today and for giving us your time and energy and for clicking subscribe because you love us.
We know you
love
did.
You.
And we know you jumped over. Hit that link down below in the description with our vlog channel. So we appreciate you guys going down and following our vlog channel. We're going to be posting on there more, and we hope you guys enjoy those videos too. Check out our latest ones are the road trip where we drove back from Texas to California. But yeah. All right, we're going to do another one of this woman that we did the other day where she was going into the bar etiquette rules of London. Channel's Love in London.
Why you'll hate London when you visit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
And then it says ad. Is this whole thing an ad?
No, I don't think so.
Or is there just an ad in it?
Good question. We'll find out. But we're going to see why we might hate London. Let's see.
Hello from London. Okay, listen, myself and the team at Love in London, we obviously love London, okay? We do this as a job. We choose to live here. How could we not love it? And we know that many of you will love it too. However, some tourists don't. Some come and they end up hating London. But the truth is that usually the people who end up hating their time here, it's because they've made a couple of mistakes or assumptions that ended up ruining their trip. So to make sure that you have a great time in London and that you end up loving it, we're gonna tell you about those mistakes and what to do instead. So you have a fabulous trip to London. So let's go.
Oh, hello. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mistake number one, you visited London during the peak season. London's peak seasons are the summer months when the kids are out of school, so that's generally June, July, until the end of August, and also the 2 weeks around Christmas and New Year. Peak season generally means there's lots of crowds, things get booked up
Isn't that
much
everywhere,
farther
though?
in advance.
I was going to say, yeah, that's everywhere. I noticed that I really do enjoy anywhere when we go off peak season because it's like, oh, it's cool. Like, it's way more locals. It's not as, it's just a better vibe all around.
Yeah, well, less people will make anything better.
Yeah.
And it's the highest prices you'll find for hotels and train tickets and just general chaos. Oh my God, I remember going to the Natural History Museum between Christmas and New Year, and that was one mistake I will never make again. It was absolutely rammed with people and kids everywhere and was wholly unenjoyable. So you might want to avoid visiting London during peak season. However, I appreciate a lot of people can't do that. So here's what will help. Avoid visiting the most touristy areas and attractions when you're here. That's where you're going to find the most crowds around Westminster, Covent Garden, on the South Bank. And instead go explore more local areas like Shoreditch, Hampstead, Brixton, and King's Cross, where we are.
All right, UK people, tell me this song. Dun, 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 dun. Guns of Brixton. Sorry, it's a clash.
Get to avoid some of the crowds because these areas aren't as affected by peak season, and you'll also just get to check out really cool areas that lots of locals like to come to as well. Mistake number two, acting like a sheep. Basically, everyone who tells me that they don't like London does the same touristy route of Buckingham Palace to Westminster Abbey to Big Ben, over to the South Bank, and they wander around like zombies, taking the same picture as 9,000 other people, and basically only seeing a sanitized subset of the city.
It's so
No
packed.
wonder why you didn't like it. You haven't actually experienced anything that is London. It can take a bit of effort and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, but generally you will enjoy London more when you see the actual London, not the Disney version of it. Like going to a local pub and chatting with Londoners, or exploring one of our leafy green parks in one of our residential areas, or taking a graffiti class at the back of a contemporary art gallery in Notting Hill.
That's dope.
That's when you'll start to love this city. Number 3, having too high expectations for
I mean, that's a
the
given.
weather.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't rain in London as much as people think. However, the weather does vary significantly, both from month to month and even hour to hour. For example, as we're filming this, the sun's out, I see blue sky, it's raining on me. This is classic British weather. So if you're coming to London this summer and you expect to be in sundresses and shorts in the sunshine all day, every day, or you're coming in the winter and you think you're gonna have beautiful, lovely, fluffy snowfall all over Big Ben and the Tower of London, adjust your expectations. Have them really low, and if you do get good weather, it will be a pleasant surprise. Always have low expectations in life and you'll never be disappointed.
Facts.
A lot of films that take place in London throughout various centuries often depict the population here as a certain type of person,
Yeah.
usually wearing a cap or a top hat, saying cheerio and pip pip, ready to sweep a chimney or solve a mystery. And let's be honest, more often than not, it's a white dude. So
It's a white
lot
dude.
of tourists come to London thinking that they're gonna experience the quintessential British experience. But the truth is that London is one of the most diverse cities in the world, and these films only depict a very small subset of the population here. When you meet Londoners, they're from all over the planet with different backgrounds
yeah,
and different
that's awesome.
stories. What's amazing is that that diversity bleeds into a lot of different facets of the city, from the history to the architecture to my favorite, the cuisine. You can try literally any.
Never on the planet have I heard anyone say my favorite cuisine when speaking about London. So I'm very, curious.
cuisine you want in this city, and it's probably gonna be good. You'll feel like you've traveled all over the world.
I mean, the food looks pretty
just
good.
staying in
Where
some-
she's at, because she's in a culturally diverse
Area.
section. But I feel like it's probably because what she said. People are just going to the same like Disneyland type,
I
well-known
understand.
spots.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, if we go to London, that will be my mission, is finding good food.
Well, I'm sure we can find it, babe. All right, click play.
How sure?
I'm positive.
I hope so.
Central London. So if you adjust your expectations, you can see how beautifully diverse that this city is, and you can also experience and learn about multiple different cultures, not just one. Mistake number 5, you didn't research costs and make yourself a budget ahead of time. We recently had somebody email the Love in London team complaining about how he couldn't find any affordable accommodation options in London for his quite sizable family. And he said he was about to cancel his trip because he was not being catered to at the price level that he was looking for, which quite frankly was a really, really low level for London.
Right.
Now, I'm not
Not
sure
her
what he
calling him
expected
out. I know.
us to do about the price of accommodation in London, but tourists that come to the city and don't have a look at what prices are going to be before they get here are very likely to hate London. London is one of the most expensive cities in the world, so you do
Yeah, I
really
mean, I imagine it like New York. Like that's how I see it being like the big city and expensive. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a huge tourist
Yeah.
destination.
need to do your
But
research
Oh, I'm sorry.
life hack: don't have children, and your
Don't-
life will be cheaper.
and know how much things
Kidding.
are going to cost you, from a pint at the pub to a meal at a nice restaurant to a West End ticket. Otherwise, you are going to be in for a shock, and it's really easy to overspend and go way over your original trip budget. And being really clued in on what the costs are going to be when you get to London will help you to create a really accurate trip budget ahead of your time here, so that you can know what you're going to be spending a lot on, what you plan to save on, and how much you're going to be spending overall, so you won't get a big shock credit card bill at the end of your trip. Mistake number 6, cramming too much into your itinerary. Americans, I'm looking at you. You guys do this all the time. And listen, I know you get
No,
very
it is
limited.
1000% that.
It is. Yeah.
You just want to do everything that you can because you don't know the next time you're coming back.
Like when I was working at my old job, I remember it was so difficult to get anything over. Even 2 weeks was like pushing it. That was like, you're way too long of like paid time off and stuff like that.
And that's in a year.
Yeah.
So
If you're not enjoying that limited time, then what is the point? I see lots of tourists, Americans, come to London and have these itineraries packed from morning late until night, where they spend hours walking and on the tube, on the buses. And they spend their whole time rushing around, running late, trying to get from place to place and not actually enjoying anything that they're doing. I also see people trying to cram multiple different day trips out of London, even when they're in London for a short period of time. Even going to Paris for the day, that is 5 hours on the train in one day. That's way too
It's a nice
much.
train.
How can you actually fall in love with
2.5 there, 2.5 back. That's not that bad
No.
for a day.
No, not
At
if you get
all.
up early, and then, yeah.
2.5 hours is nothing.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
city, and also enjoy your holiday. If you're constantly rushing around on your feet and not actually taking the time to enjoy and soak up what you're seeing, you can't. I am giving you permission not to do everything that you want to see in London. Listen, some of us Londoners have been here for over 10 years and we have still not seen everything. There's so much to do, it is literally impossible. Also, don't forget, if you want a ready-made itinerary that helps you maximize your time for your trip without stressing you out and makes it super easy and a lot less overwhelming, then have a look at our pre-made London itineraries. Going all the way up to 6 days, they will help you to make the most of your time without being seriously exhausted after. Link in bio.
Sweet. All right. Well, nice. I mean, most of that I expected.
That was pretty general. I think if you, any trip, like anywhere you're going, because it was just things like, you know, to be prepared and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. London has never been on the top of my list.
It's definitely something I want to see, but yeah, it's not. I mean,
It seems like such a touristy spot.
I mean, it is.
And I know
It
she
is.
said go outside, go to these little areas, but I'm like, what is there to do besides drink and eat in those areas?
I mean, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, but you can do that in other places
Yeah, I know you can,
too.
but it's like, it's the vibe of the place you're in another.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like London, along with Paris, are one of those places, and I know you disagree, that I would want to see, but I would make it like a stop
Yeah, I understand.
in a bigger
On
trip.
yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
Sorry, guys. I'm sure no one gives two fucks.
I know. But no, I like her though. She's
Yeah,
cool.
she's cool.
She has a cool vibe. Check out her channel and also like
If
and
you
subscribe.
are from the UK, because we know a lot of you are, specifically London, if you are from there, yeah, let us know some things she missed out and
Yeah.
places that you can actually feel like you're in London without feeling like
You in London.
you're in London.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know
Well,
if any of that made sense.
we appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.